Yes. Are you sharing, brother? Okay. I have given the permission. So who told that members are yet to join the? Okay. However, brother, you can show how can we do it. Hello. Are you listening to me?
Out of my home, so I'm not in front of my computer. I'm uh, joining by my mobile, so I cannot share. But I have done it. Uh, uh, we have to, yeah, we have to select the whole picture with the
Yes.
palm.
Okay. Okay. That's okay. I'm going to show you. Maybe that. Okay. I'm going
Yes,
to tell
yes,
you. Just you are watching my screen, right, everyone?
yes, sir.
Okay. Just suppose. Just let me do it first, and I shall show you how to do it, sister. Okay. Suppose all of these are like this, so maybe okay, so all of them maybe we can move. Let's check. Okay, no. Okay.
Sir, you have to select the palm sign as well as the uh, another sign. Just
Okay, this one,
same.
right? Okay, or which one I have to select?
Uh, the palm sign, that is the hand sign. You
This
have to
one
select that.
or this one or this? Okay, this one. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, okay. Now only I can move all together. Let's check.
At last, Lorry, sir.
Okay.
Already okay, doctor. Thank you.
Uh, I think by this one, but it is not moving.
Choose the lorry and no multiple,
Multiple.
no symmetry. You do not click the symmetry.
No
Sir,
symmetry.
No symmetry.
No
Unclick.
symmetry. Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay, okay, okay. Ah, okay. Thank you, sister and brother as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Doctor, one more thing I want to ask about the report. Previously, I've attended your Smart BLS.
Yes.
Every report for the result we can generate from the software itself.
Yeah.
But how about the some AMOS? I saw that just now we have to do it manually.
Yes. We
So
have
is
to.
there any function that we can auto-generate from the
No.
software itself?
No. 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 You have
No.
to extract the result. That's the very
Oh,
critical scenario, or that is a challenging steps for the AMOS users, selecting the result from different places.
okay.
It doesn't come at once like smart PLS. That's why the people do not like to use the AMOS, and it becomes
Okay.
very complicated when the results comes differently, and it is
Okay.
not user friendly like the smart PLS. However, if you are very much smart and giving time over here, then one day it is not very difficult. Very easily you can extract the result. And if you follow my the slide, especially in the case of calculating the mediation effect, in that case it's very difficult, it's very challenging to extract the result from the output view. Okay, so deselect
Okay.
it.
Thank you,
Okay,
doctor.
okay,
Thank you.
okay. Deselect it. Then all are deselected together. Thank you very much, brother. who has advised me. Okay. Okay. Mm. Have you created the measurement model like this? OS has 5 items. Let's check. Okay.
Yes, Prof, we have created.
Okay. Welfare has 6 items and fringe 3 items and 4 items for satisfaction. And now the next step is to draw the covariance. Okay, before doing the covariance, we have to go to the plugins and name unobserved variables. We have to give the error terms. Okay, you did it, and check all the variables individually have the one parameter 1 boss is there for every variable. Okay, otherwise your model will not run. So what we have to do now, we have to select all the latent variable by this one. Select one object at a time and all together, select all object together, this one. If single one by one, you can deselect everyone, and but you can select one by one by this one. Select one object. So take this one and
Sir, excuse me, sir.
yes, yes,
It's Miss Santosh.
yes, Santosh, brother Santosh,
Santosh,
yes.
sir. Actually, I am facing the problem that my E23, E24 has been started from there. When I from plugin, when I name the observed variables,
No problem,
then
Dada. No
sir.
problem. Whatever the order is, it is absolutely ignore it. But
Okay,
must have the just error terms. That's enough.
okay, sir. Thank you,
Not
sir.
to be in order. It is not required.
Okay.
Okay, just select. Take this one. Select one object at a time, and select this one with welfare, fringe, satisfaction, and performance. This 5. If it is once it is selected, then have you done this? This is very important step that I am going to show you, all of you.
Yeah, we can do it. We can start again.
Okay. Suppose you are like this, right, brother?
Yes.
Okay. What you will do, you will select this one. Select one object at a time. Take this one. It is like hand, right? Just click on wedge, click on welfare, click on fringe, on satisfaction, on performance.
Yes, it is done.
Okay. Now you will go to the plugins. Okay. The third option here, the growth. Sorry, draw covariance. Second option here. Among the drop down list from the plugins, draw covariance. Everybody, please click on there and don't do anything. Whatever happening, just leave. Just click on there, draw covariance. Okay, leave it. The covariance has been created there. It is in left side, right?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what will you do? You will just take any of the covariance or any of the correlation sign here. If you take your cursor there, it would be highlighted.
Hello?
See, yes.
Sorry, please. I just joined and I'm missing out. So I just saw that you have indicated the one position of one has changed. So I'm trying to do that on my own.
Brother, just watch what we are doing. You will get the recorded video, brother. Please run from there. You are more behind. That's why.
Okay.
Okay, brother. So if you take your cursor to any of the covariance, it is highlighted. When it is highlighted like a red color, just drag and slowly take it to the right side, not too much or no, just a little bit right side, like this. If it is too much, then it will create, it is too low, it is created. So see how did I create it, how did I move it, how much I have done it. Just try to follow my instruction. Okay. Now again I am showing. Suppose whenever you are taking your cursor, when it is it is going to the line, it is highlighting, so you can move, then you can move like this, or it is like this, right? So what will you do? You will go to take a cursor on any line. When it is highlighted, just drag from left side slowly to the right side and leave it. Okay, have you done?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes.
Just click on deselect all objects. Click on deselect all objects. Okay, now all objects are deselected. Now we have a magic stick. See, touch up it variable. Have given a name, magic stick. So take this magic stick and click on every variable. See, click on every variable. If it is 2-3 times, no problem, it would be created like this. Okay, your measurement model has been drawn. Have you done?
Absolutely. Yes, 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 yes.
Yes. It looks nice.
Yes,
Interesting.
this is the actually the AMOS give our measurement model this structure. It's looks very nice. The drawing the covariance in the drawing the covariance we cannot draw in smart PLS, but in AMOS we can draw it. So what will we do now? We shall go to the our analysis properties, where actually in our analysis of our CFA, now there we have selected first three and the last one. Now here we will select, go to the output, here go to analysis properties and go to output. One more things that we need to do is test of normality and outlier. Select this one, and this threshold value for modification index right here 10. Okay.
Why are we choosing 10?
Okay, who can answer it better, in better way? I think somebody over here has a very good answer. Anybody? Please, those who knows, please answer it.
We want the modification indices that will be showing. We want the system to generate indices with a threshold of 10.
Yes.
So anything
Exactly.
below 10 will not be showing. Anything above 10 will not show. Yeah.
Yes, brother. Okay, then
Right.
close it. Okay, now your model is absolutely okay. to run. Okay, are you ready to run your model?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes,
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim,
yes.
just calculate estimates.
Perfect.
Yes, Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, perfect. Yes.
Okay,
Confirm.
the results came, but this is unstandardized. See, the items here all are showing more than one, most of them, right? All of them, these values are unstandardized. Here just click on standardized estimates. See, now if you okay, if you have a problem in watching the value, you can use showing, like this is magnifying glass, I think, so by which you can observe the results like this. Okay, okay, and another thing that we have, suppose you want to move the parameter or the values of these. Suppose if you want to move the items, you can do it by the the values, you can move the values by this one. Maybe in the case of a structural model, we need to have this parameter, move parameters values, this one, for to observe the results. So however, in the case when we are observing here, see the model fit first, the all the model fit, suppose relative chi-square is less than 5 and Ramsey, this most important 2 is less than achieving our values, and among these GFI, AGFI, CFI, IFI, NFI, TLI, all of the at least one should be 0.9 or more. So it is achieved only GFI, AGFI less than 0.9, no problem, because others also already achieved, so we don't have any issue. Modification index. So here we have to calculate, here we need to observe the data normality. Here the result gives automatically, and we will check the outliers. Then we shall check our discriminant validity. Discriminant validity, that is been checked, that square root of AVA would be higher than the correlation value between the items, between the constructs. So that's why by which, if the correlation value is less than the square root of AV of the constructs is less, then we can assume that it has a adequate discriminant validity. What is discriminant validity of the construct? Anybody? What is the conceptual meaning of the discriminant validity? Anyone from you can answer? Yes, brother. Anyone from you? Anyone from you? What is discriminant validity?
I think is the state at which the variables of the study, the constructs of the study are mutually exclusive from each other. They are different. They are
Yes.
making different things.
Thank you, brother Samuel. Okay. You're from Nigeria, right, brother Samuel?
From Nigeria, sir.
Okay, mashallah. So here it is, so we don't have any issue in the model fit, and this is the value, these are the values. 0.33 is the correlation value between the wage and welfare. The correlation value is 0.33. These values should be less than 0.9 according to higher. If it is more than 0.9, then there is a problem of the collinearity. So the score, we don't have any issue in here, sorry, here all these values 46, 0.46, 0.48, 0.41, all of these values are less than 0.9. And as we have seen before, our all the variable, all the items loading are higher than 0.5, and we did not take any items which has been dropped in our CFA step, so we don't have any issue now. So what will we check now? We have to check the data normality here. This gives automatically. So let's go to the view text, double click on view text.
Should we check the normality before analysis or after analysis?
Yes, we should take. We can check it through the SPSS by using SPSS. There also we can check the data normality by And before checking, it is recommended to do it before analysis, because based on the assumption that our data is univariate and multivariate normal, then one of the sister, I think she asked what is the when we will use the smart PLS, when we will use the AMOS. I forget it to give the answer. I was supposed to answer of this question during my theoretical lecture. So now I forget it. Now I am clarifying you when we should use smart PLS and when we should use the AMOS. AMOS has certain requirements for using the AMOS, and for using the smart PLS we have certain requirements. If this condition fulfill, then we can use AMOS. If this condition don't fulfill, then we have to go for the smart PLS. Number one, the normality assumption. If your data is univariate and multivariate normal, then you should go for the AMOS, because if your data not normal, then there is some problem in using this, because AMOS is parametric. Parametric means your data should be normally distributed, and smart PLS is non-parametric. If your data not normal, you can use it, and even if your data is normal as well, you can use the smart PLS. But in the case of using the AMOS, your data should be univariate and multivariate normal. Secondly, if your model is complicated, very complicated, if you have many moderator, many 2, 3, 4 mediator, 2, 3, 4, 5 moderator, and you have 2, 3 dependent variable in your model, then it is difficult to do in analysis in AMOS. If your model is simple, then it is. Another thing, AMOS is called confirmatory. Confirmatory in the sense of when you are intended to do the model theory testing. In the case of theory testing, or in that case you must have to use the AMOS. It is very necessary to use the AMOS. And that's why AMOS is called confirmatory. But in the case of smart PLS, it is called exploratory. Why it is called exploratory? Other than the theory, you can use other than the variables from the theory, you can use other variable which is recommended by empirical study. So you can use those construct or those variables in your smart PLS. But in the case of AMOS, it is difficult to justify if it is not recommended or it is not from the theory. The variables are not theoretically constructed. So that is the difference. But in the case of smart PLS, you can handle very complex model. If you have 4-5 mediator, 4-5 moderator, 2-3 dependent variable, 4-5 independent variable, no problem. One of my friends, and she is from China, she came to me during her during her PhD analysis. Actually, she take 8 years full-time students for doing her PhD, and she told me that Dr. Alam, I am facing some problem. I have seen she has more than 200 items, and she had 48 constructs, 48 latent variables. And you know, when I run the smart PLS, when I run the model, it takes 4 hours or 5 hours to analysis, to complete the analysis. 4 to 5 hours. Sometimes I give in the morning, and after Zohar Salat I say, okay, analysis complete. Then I observe the result. It was very difficult for me to summarize her result, to present her result. So however, this type of complex model could be very difficult for the case of AMOS. And another thing, if your data is less than 100, if your data is 80, 60, 70, so if it is small size, medium size, large size, smart PLS can proceed. But in the case of AMOS, you need the large sample size. So these are the basic requirement for using smart PLS and AMOS. Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, brother Edward.
Yes, Doc, I would want you to quickly treat the multi-coloniality again using the construct you had, the covariance you have right now. I want you to touch on it. It's really something which is disturbing me carrying in my PhD program. My model. All right,
Yes,
thank you.
actually one of the problem in AMOS, it is really if you are practicing AMOS, you will find it takes 6 months to do my PhD analysis. Initially I did it. Actually all of the latent variables, all of the variables are the lower order constructs. So all of the model, my model was higher order constructs, and all the mediator, dependent variable, all the independent variables had the latent dimensions. So it was very difficult for me, and spent around 6 months. That made me robust in using the AMOS. However, finally when I did it, when I achieved the results, accurate result, final result, then what happened, my supervisors changed my model Okay, take this all this dimension as your
Mm-hmm.
as your main variable. Then suddenly when I go for again AMOS, we see a lot of problem there. Then I switched to smart PLS.
Mm-hmm.
Then I learned the smart PLS, alhamdulillah, and I did my analysis in smart PLS. So that's the story of my learning AMOS and smart PLS. Yes, brother. It is really
Yes,
very
I've spent
challenging, brother.
8 months already
Yes, Abdullahi,
on it.
brother Abdullahi.
Hello.
Yes, brother. Yes,
Yeah.
Doctor?
Okay. Thank you, Doc.
yes,
Hello. Do I have
yes,
the
yes,
floor?
yes. Kunle, Kunle. Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Doc. Yeah. Comparing the AMOS and the Smart PLS, that with my experience, like you experienced as well, conducting some analysis of Smart PLS make it more easier than AMOS. And why AMOS is stringent is because of all the underlying assumptions. There are a lot of assumptions that your data need to fulfill before you use AMOS. Now, talking about multicollinearity, the other participants asked about, it is very easier on smart PLS to determine the multicollinearity using variance inflated factor VIF. When you run the analysis, you will see the VIF, and then when you have, I think in the literature, some said the VIF should be less than 3, some said less than 5. So either 3 or 5, once you have your statistics below this benchmark of 3 or 5, then you can say that there is no issue of multicollinearity among your construct. However, if you are using AMOS and you want to establish this, with my experience, I don't think you can, except if you run a kind of correlation analysis. If you check that button and you check the correlation analysis and look at the values that is above 0.8. Once it's above 0.80, I think there is a case of multicollinearity between those variables then, and it means that one is redundant, so you have to remove that and then you will run the analysis. Thank you very much.
Yeah, yeah, brother. Yes, brother Abdullahi. Yes, brother Abdullahi. Haruna. Okay, Anno. Yes, brother Anno.
Yeah, please, my question is, what is the minimum sample size of AMOS? Minimum sample size of AMOS model?
Your sound is breaking, brother. We cannot hear you properly.
The minimum sample size of AMOS model. Minimum sample size.
Minimum sample size, brother, you are asking?
Yes.
Okay, yes. According to, I think I have shown you, one of the author, he recommend AMOS require large sample size, more than 200. That is the another assumption for AMOS, using AMOS. Okay.
Doctor?
Yes, yes,
Sorry, excuse me.
yes,
If let's say, how about the sample is exactly 200?
Yes, it is very important. If it is exactly 200, you can use the AMOS.
Oh, can. And then one more thing, Doctor, it's about the number 10 just now, the threshold. I'm just thinking, is it related to the variance inflation factor threshold set by Hare? Must not be
VIF is set for
the 10, the threshold for
smart
multiplication.
PLS in smart PLS. But
I mean, it's like
in the case of
almost.
AMOS, we have different other thresholds. That is, it should be less than 0.90, the R value, a small R value.
Oh, I thought you said the 10 just now is related to the threshold for VIF set by Hare. It's not that.
No,
The modification indices.
modification index, forget it.
Oh,
Modification
different. Okay.
indexes is different thing. We are talking
Okay.
about the collinearity, the collinearity between different variables. The modification index is a different thing.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Prof.
Yeah, please.
Ye- Yes, Prof.
Yes, please.
My question is regard to the threshold. We had been using 4 on the model, and subsequently we chose 10. So I need a clarification on choosing the 10 or selecting the 10 as a threshold. Are we considering the number of the variables we ran the analysis on, or what?
Oh, just for running. If it is you kept it for, no problem. And even 5,
Okay.
6, 7, it is not affecting in our measuring the collinearity or like
Okay.
this. That is the
Okay. Depend.
modification indexes. It is not hampering in our result, brother. Just
Okay.
how
Okay.
many
Okay.
results it will show there in modification number. How many? Yeah, you know. So the you can say the line, or you can say the modification index, meaning how many they will show there. Suppose E1, E2, E3, E4, like this. How many will come at a time, like that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let's check the data normality. Here, if you go to the view text, one of the options here, you will find assessment of normality. If you click on here, if you go to the view text, then you will find this result. You will check according to here, it should be within skewness should be with plus minus 2, and the kurtosis also should be within plus minus 2. But according to I think Polder or Palant, the kurtosis up to plus minus 7 is also accepted in the case of kurtosis. But in the case of skewness, it must be I don't have any other recommendation above plus minus 2. So as per that requirements, we don't have any issue here. Okay.
So, Prof.
Yes.
This function is not showing in my own. I can't see assessment of normality in my view text.
Yes. Go to view
The
text.
option is not showing. Yes.
Okay, brother. When you run the model, maybe here one of the options. Just click on